So a few years ago, there was the story of a young lady with a very bright future who was stabbed and went on to be rushed to the nearest hospital, was even offering them my ATM card. And the hospital said, oh, there was absolutely nothing they could do without even first aid. The story went very viral and quite a number of actions seem to have been taken. I believe and I'm hoping that the actions are still retained till date. I'm starting out with this because I understand the medical condition in Nigeria where there is medical negligence. But today, I want us to see things from a personal responsibility point of view. Before I talk about this particular video that has been trending, the one you are seeing on my background, recently in Ondo State, I believe, a man ran away. I don't know if he has come back at this particular time, but a man ran away, was told that his wife had given birth to triplets and then he ran away. He just disappeared. And it made me wonder, is it that for once through the pregnancy, because the children looked healthy, they were for a person who carried triplets, that is bringing them to full term. Those children look very healthy. So is it that once a scan was not done to find out how many people they were expecting, how many humans they were expecting, so that they could plan for that? We'll answer that in the course of the discussion. And now we have this very painful video making the rounds on the internet, which I decided to talk about, where this lady passed on. What happened? The summary is, according to his own side of the story, he went to this hospital that you may be seeing a glimpse of on the background and went there for his wife to be helped, and they rejected him and said, oh, or they told him he must pay 500,000 before they start anything, and then he didn't have the 5,000. They rejected him. Now the hospital is coming out to say, how can they reject him when they don't even have the infrastructure to treat her? There was the talk about her losing blood or not having blood or something around that. I'm not sure about the details, but feel free to check out the full details of the whole story if you want to follow it till the very end. And she was referred to another general hospital, and the man went on to say they referred her in about the spokesperson for the hospital went on to say they referred her in about 4 minutes. So how is how are they asking for 500,000 where they don't even have the infrastructure? All that. Everything that is hidden will come to light. Whoever is lying, whoever is saying the truth, God knows. But that's not even the main point of this video. That's not the point of this video, of why we are doing this video today. The main reason why we are doing this video is that we want to address, one moment. Okay. We want to address the situation of people of this pregnancy, people not seeming to be getting ready for their pregnancy, and then the whole emergency situation that seems to suddenly happen when it's time for a person to give birth. Now, things in Nigeria are tough. The situation is hard and all that. I mean, that's why everybody should be hands on in getting and voting a good leader. But beyond that, and while that is going on, I'm here to share tips on how we can all stay alive while we're at that. We all know that our leaders, most of them go out for checkups and all that, or they don't even use the hospital that they want the citizens to use. Now, why I'm taking out time to explain all this is to say there is the talk of, oh, you don't know how things how hard things are and all that. And that's why there's something called family planning. If you live in a country like Nigeria where a lot of things are still being worked on, You have to absolutely prepare and plan for a lot of things that you can foresee. Because guess what? There are a lot of things you cannot foresee or you may not foresee when you are living in a country like this. So the ones you can foresee, you better plan for them so that they don't get mixed up and compounded with the ones that you cannot foresee. There has been, I like the story I gave that happened in Ondo State. There has been recently almost like an unpreparedness for people who seem to want to give birth or get pregnant or whatever the case may be. And we have to discuss it. It is important, ladies and gentlemen, that if you're going to bring in a child in this economy, if you're going to bring in a child in this day and time, you prepare for that child. You prepare for those children. There are ways to prepare. There are different hospitals, different categories. The general hospital, we can go on and on. This hospital, one of the things that they said is that this man and his wife never came in for antenatal in their hospital. That can even be dangerous when it comes to a pregnancy situation, because then these people now have the right to say, but we don't know you. Even though that is not an excuse. This is very important. This is not now an excuse. But the big question, which at the time of recording this, I've not gotten the answer, is okay, where was she doing antenatal? Some people say, oh, she had done home birth before. Some allege, let me use the word allege, she had done home birth. Another allege different people and alleging things. I don't think the husband himself has spoken. Maybe he's spoken, but I've not seen the video. Why wasn't this person taken there straight? Or like some other people are saying, oh, why wasn't this person taken straight to a general hospital? Whatever the case may be, family planning is very important. This woman could have been saved if a lot of things, if there was prior preparation. Let's look at things and address it as it is. If you're a woman and your husband is not being reasonable with family planning, you are better walk into a hospital and get some sort of recommendation on how things can work out family planning wise for you. Because if anything happens, you are the one that most likely they will be saying rest in peace for. Number two, if you are, and this is for everybody now, married and those people who are not married, because there are now increasing case of people who are not married, who their family are not so well to do, and then they still go on to have intercourse with people and they get pregnant, and it's very difficult for their family. Some people, their mothers are cleaners, some people, their fathers are security men, but these children will just not hold themselves. If you can have intercourse, you should be ready to save up to be able to train a child. There are consequences for every action, and it is important that we think about our decisions before we make them, because these things are affecting the lives of people around us. And finally, I want to close out by saying you don't have to not have children because you don't have money. So it's not a matter of it's those that have money. No. Of course, we know that raising children costs money in this day and age. But what I'm advocating for is be prepared. Because a lot of things in Nigeria can cause a lot of emergency to happen. Even if you don't have money, you're not working, you want to beg family members, start begging them from 4 weeks pregnancy. Start begging them. It's not that it is at the brink of the challenge that everybody will not be running back and forth. You are endangering the lives of the woman, endangering the child, the life of the child, and even the ripple effects on the people that are going to miss this person when this person passes on. So please, this video is an encouragement as we're living in this Nigeria and we're trying to make it work and all that. Prior preparation, please. Please, even if somebody gives birth at 6 months, if you start planning from 4 weeks, 1 month, at least you have something to give, then others can support you. I can go on and on in this video because this woman's death was very painful when I heard about it. But I hope with what I've shared today, it will be able to help somebody. Please feel free to share this video.